Hello, my wonderful people, and in today's video, I'm going to tell you my story, how I took my IELTS exam, how I passed it, and how I got 6 band out of 9 on my IELTS exam. And probably this video is going to be interesting, so stay tuned. I'll tell you some advices and also some mistakes that I did during my trip. So stay tuned. So first thing first. Why did I do that? Why did I take this exam? And why did I decide to do that? So I decided to do that with a thought in my mind that to increase my chances to graduate from a good university and also to apply for Nazarbayev University. But unfortunately, I got 6 out of 9 and I ran out of time. I passed the deadline and my dreams of getting to a good university have died. But I'm not upset. I'm not upset, but it's just life, it's just life. I was lazy, and I'll tell you why. So on the November of 23rd, I was I was thinking about taking an IELTS exam. And finally, on the November of 23rd, I decided to book my book. I decided to book my test. I'm sorry. I decided to book my test. It's cold here. It's very cold, and I can't talk properly. I decided to book my test, and I paid 77,000 tenge for my test. It's equivalent to $150 something in that area, and I booked it. Since that day, I was really preparing for my IELTS test. But actually, the only thing that I was doing for my IELTS exam, for my IELTS preparation, is just I was doing my Duolingo lessons on a daily basis, and I was listening to a lot of English stuff. So that's what I have been doing. That's what I had been doing, and when I'm realizing it right now and I'm thinking about it right now, I feel awful that I didn't take it serious. So the first advice for you is take it serious. All right. I was thinking about my physicality. I was thinking about my there was an evening that I was supposed to study to prepare for my IELTS exam, but during that evening I was playing football with my friends, and I was doing something in my gym. No, forget about it. Yeah, your physicality matters, but take it seriously, okay? I didn't take it seriously, and the reason why is because I was playing sports. Maybe you won't take it seriously because you want to play video games, or you want to do something instead of preparing for that. No, take it serious and everything will be alright. Take it freaking serious. Make a schedule and prepare for it. So since that day, I was preparing for my IELTS exam, but actually I wasn't really preparing for it. The tasks that I was doing, as I said before, were pretty easy and didn't require a lot of energy, a lot of knowledge, or a lot of effort. So I was just chilling. So on the test day, my test was on 8th December, and I went there. I live in Kokshetau, as you can see. Maybe if you can read Cyrillic alphabet, you will understand me. I live in Kokshetau, and it's a small town, and there isn't even a single IELTS center here. So I had to go to Astana, and I took a train to Astana, and this train was awful. The weather was awful, it was so cold. I will show you a screenshot of how cold that was. It was very cold there, and I live in the northern part of Kazakhstan, and Astana is located in the northern part of Kazakhstan. So it's very cold here during the winters. So I mean, it just felt awful to feel to be in that kind of conditions, and I could pretty easily get sick. But fortunately for me and luckily for me, I felt all right and everything was all right. So during my trip on my train, just the only thing that I was doing is listening to as many English books as possible. I was listening to Bible. I fully listened to the book called The Little Prince. I fully did that, and I was doing that, and finally I came to Astana. I walked out of the station, and I decided to take a walk. Actually, it was a mistake for me. Like, I mean, it wasn't a mistake for me to take a walk from the train station to the place where I lived for like a few days. But it was a mistake for me to go to my IELTS centers by myself, by walking, because it was cold, and at some point it was so cold that my phone got freezed, and I was so lost. And luckily I found that IELTS center. So don't do that mistake. If you know where your IELTS center located great, congrats. But make sure that you go there twice before your IELTS exam, so you understand where it's located. And on your IELTS exam, you will go there freely and with confidence in your mind, so it won't bother you. So yeah. So the first thing, I didn't do my whole test on a single day, during a single day. On the first day there was a speaking exam, and on the second day there was the writing, the listening, and reading exams. So on my first speaking exam, it was a funny story. I said before, my phone got freezed, and I didn't know what to do. I got lost at some point. I got lost, but luckily I found the place where the exam took place in, and I got there in time. And actually, when I was thinking, I took paper on based exam, and the reason why I took paper on based exam is because I thought that it would be very helpful for me to understand how it works on paper, and by doing that, I will improve my handwriting skills. Do you understand the logic? Handwriting skills. So that's why I took that exam, and that was my mistake. Don't ever do that, because it will decrease the amount of points you get on your IELTS exam. Don't ever do that mistake. Every time when you see IELTS exam, always do computer-based exam. Always do that, because not only they will check that exam quicker and faster, but also it's way more easier to write that exam on computer. And I'll explain you later on why. So on my speaking exam, I choose face-to-face with the real examiner, and I thought that it would be a foreign guy or a foreign woman, and I would speak with a native speaker. But it wasn't a foreign speaker. It wasn't a native speaker. It was a freaking old woman who didn't even know how to speak English properly. And I thought about and I was so frustrated by the fact that this freaking woman was my examiner. And I think that it wasn't she wasn't so cool, but I got 6.5 on speaking exam, and like it's not good, it's not great, just an average, I guess. So yeah, as I said, the next thing is that I got my IELTS. No, the next day I went to my writing, listening, and reading exams, and they were great. They were great. Actually, the reason why you should always take computer-based exams is because on your paper-based exams there will be a room, and there will be a bunch of people here, and every one of them will be taking notes, and every one of them will be definitely making noises that will definitely at some point distract you. On a computer-based exam, you are alone. There will be a room with a bunch of people. Maybe even there will be more people, but you have headphones that will isolate you from other people, and the only thing that you hear is what's in your headphones. So make sure that next time you take your computer-based exam, because it was so frustrated and it was so destructive to sit with a bunch of people who are making noises, and I couldn't properly concentrate on my tasks. So don't be silly, don't make mistakes, don't make the same mistakes as I did. So think twice before doing something, and I think that everything will be alright. I got 6 overall band, and it's getting cold here, and yeah, I feel sad actually. I feel sad. I'll make a preview. I feel sad because I got 6. So don't be silly. Hardworking. Pray to God. Hardworking. Everything will be alright. Believe in yourself. Self-confidence is the second most important part of your skills. The most important one is one of the most important skills in your life. Self-confidence. Believe in yourself. Be confident. Believe in yourself. Be confident. Everything will be alright. But don't forget to work. So yeah, thank you so much for work. Thank you so much for watching this video. Stay tuned. So subscribe to my channel, etc. Goodbye.